The Legion 14 and the Zephyrus G14 are very similar on the outside, but looks aren't everything, folks. The G14 is a little more expensive than the Lenovo, so is spending a little more money worth it? Let's find out. And if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Like I said, from the outside, these two are very similar. They have almost the exact same gray finish and have a full aluminum body, which makes them both feel very sturdy. The main differences are that the G14 has that LED slash thingy on the back, and the Legion 14 has a webcam bump sticking out. But in general, I feel like the Zephyrus G14 has a more thought out, uniform design, which makes it look a little more premium and space efficient. The Legion 14 also has a butt on the back, which makes it a bit larger than the Zephyrus overall. I know these might be small nitpicks, but I feel like they should be mentioned. Both of them have great build quality, but the Zephyrus is definitely a bit better. It just feels a lot more dense than the Legion. The Legion is also a bit heavier, weighing in at 1.75 kilograms, compared to the Zephyrus, which only weighs 1.5 kilograms. The Zephyrus is overall just a smaller, thinner and lighter package. Both of these laptops have the highest possible specification for their model. Unfortunately, the Legion 14 only goes up to an RTX 4060 and Ryzen 7th gen, since they stopped updating this model after 2023. It does have a higher available GPU wattage compared to the Zephyrus G14 though. If the Legion had an RTX 4070 model, it would have been very hard competition. But it doesn't, because Lenovo doesn't like making money. The Legion does win over the Zephyrus in terms of port selection though. It also keeps most of its ports on the back of the laptop. The Legion has a full-sized SD card slot instead of the G14's micro SD slot. And it also has a special USB-A port that stays on while the laptop is turned off. So you could charge your phone with this port without turning on your laptop. The Legion also has a slightly smaller charger, but the difference isn't that big. But both of these laptops have awesome keyboards. The Legion 14's keys are a bit more tactile, but the Zephyrus G14's keys require less force to press down. So in my opinion, it's a bit more comfortable to type on. The Legion only has a white color for its backlight, but apparently some regions do have it with RGB. Meanwhile, the Zephyrus G14 just has a full RGB keyboard. They both also have great trackpads, but the one on the Zephyrus is a bit larger. The Legion sounds more clicky and requires less force to press. But the one on the Zephyrus feels a bit higher quality. Compared to the Zephyrus, the Legion's touchpad feels a bit cheap. And it actually rattles a bit. They both have almost identical display panels, but the Legion 14 is slightly bigger at 14.5 inches compared to the Zephyrus at just 14 inches. They're both OLED panels, so they have amazing colors, perfect inky blacks, and will give you an awesome viewing experience for any content. They're also both 120 Hz, so they feel very smooth and are great for gaming. And they get just as bright at 500 nits, which is plenty for outdoor use. But the big difference between them is that the Zephyrus has an anti-reflective coating and the Legion does not. So the Legion is more of a mirror than a laptop. It's pretty annoying to use with any light source behind you. The G14 handles reflections a lot better and can be used outside without any problems. The Legion does have a slightly tighter hinge than the G14, so it flops around a lot less while using it. And it also goes back a full 180 degrees, while the Zephyrus cannot. Now with speakers, the winner is gonna be pretty clear. The Legion does sound pretty good, but it lacks bass and doesn't get very loud. Meanwhile, the Zephyrus G14 has the best speakers on a Windows laptop ever. It's got more bass, it gets louder, it has surround sound, it has separate subwoofers at the bottom and speakers on the top, and should I even continue? I mean, I've compared like 20 laptops to the Zephyrus G14, and the only time it lost was against its bigger brother, the G16, and that was really close. Like always, the Zephyrus G14 wins in terms of speakers.
This is a microphone audio test for the Lenovo Legion 14.
This is a microphone audio test for the Asus Zephyrus G14. For CPU performance, I tested them in Cinebench R23. Despite the Legion's Ryzen 7 being almost a year older, it scored identically to the Zephyrus G14. Why is that? Well, Ryzen 8000 was just Ryzen 7000 with AI marketing slapped on top of it, so their CPUs are pretty much identical. Now for a more mixed workload, I ran 3D Mark TimeSpy. The G14 obviously wins here, since it has a faster GPU than the Legion 14. Now let's see how they compare in some actual games.
We have taken objective Edward. We have taken objective
Das ist casual. Was tryhardet ihr überhaupt? Du Alter, als wenn euer Leben
Keiner
hier
tryhardet hier, Junge.
Was redest du? Schau dein Team an, Alter. Alle
Rede
kämpfen wie kleine
weiter, Junge. Rede weiter, Junge.
Fünf wie du.
Was
Kleiner
macht denn dein
Hurensohn.
Team, Alter? Was macht denn
Was hat
dein
deine
Team?
Mutter
Dein
gemacht?
Schwester?
Mate, I fucking just dropped into the shit show. Oh my god! I literally dropped onto one of them fucking tanks, oh man.
Sending in an eagle.
Bend over, please. Time.
What?
Bend over.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Thank you, thank you.
What a surprise, the RTX 4070 is faster than the RTX 4060, even though it has more wattage available than the G14. It really is a shame that the Legion 14 only goes up to an RTX 4060, because it has the wattage for a more powerful GPU. Their CPUs performed identically though, so the Legion is still a great performer, despite having a 2-year-old chip in it. And it certainly didn't struggle in any games. I mean, it handles gaming just fine. But yeah, the Zephyrus G14 is obviously just faster in every way. To test their battery life, I let a YouTube video play on both of them until their batteries died. This was done at 100% brightness at 60 Hz, with the keyboard backlight on and in iGPU mode, meaning the graphics card will be disabled. The Legion lasted 7.5 hours, while the Zephyrus G14 lasted almost 10 hours. That's a pretty big difference for almost identical CPUs. I'm not sure why the Legion 14 lasted that much shorter. Both of these laptops stay very quiet compared to other gaming laptops. Under heavy load, they did of course get a bit loud. But during normal use, they stayed completely silent, which is very nice. As for temperatures, the Legion did stay a bit cooler. The Zephyrus' CPU frequently reached 90 to 95 degrees during heavy workloads, while the Legion's CPU barely broke a sweat. The cooling system on the Legion 14 is very good, and frankly a bit overkill for an RTX 4060. While they don't have a lot of upgrade options, the Legion is a bit better in terms of upgradeability. They both have an upgradable Wi-Fi card slot, but the Legion has 2 M.2 SSD slots compared to the G14, which only has 1. This is very handy for if you want to add storage later on, without having to completely reinstall Windows or clone your SSD or something like that. But unfortunately, they both have soldered memory, which really sucks. The RTX 4070 model of the Zephyrus G14 that I used in this video is a bit more expensive than the Legion 14. But the G14's 4060 model is priced almost identically. I would expect the Legion to be cheaper, since it was released a while ago, but I guess that's not the case. But availability for these laptops is very different. I couldn't find the Legion 14 anywhere in Western Europe, which is pretty concerning for Lenovo's only 14-inch laptop. Meanwhile, the Zephyrus G14 can be found pretty much everywhere in the world with multiple configurations. Which brings us to the big question: which one is better? It's the Zephyrus G14. It has a better looking display, better speakers, slightly better build quality. It's smaller, it's lighter, it's thinner, it's more available around the world, and it arguably looks better. And all of that at an almost identical price to the Lenovo Legion 14. Yes, they do both have great build quality, but that's pretty much where the similarities stop. Lenovo hasn't updated this guy for 2024 or for 2025, which leaves anyone looking for a 14-inch laptop with this 2023 variant. And unfortunately, it's just getting old. It's certainly not a bad laptop or anything, but there's just better options out there for the price. This might have been the best laptop in 2023, but nobody wins a race by standing still in front of the finish line. That's all I have to say for today, folks. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.